What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the F1 2011 Career Mode Championship. This time we're here for the Singapore Grand Prix. Only, 5-6 more rounds to go in this championship before it is done and dusted. I can't believe we're getting so close to the end now. Let's check the championship standings real quick. Mark Webber leads on 201 points. We are about 40 odd points behind him, so we need to stack up some race wins. And we need to hope that Mark Webber has a little bit of bad luck in the next few races to come. So, here we are for the Singapore Grand Prix. Hopefully, it can be a good weekend for us. Singapore. When I flew into this country, it was quite breathtaking seeing all the ships and stuff in the docks and that. And I just saw the thing that looks like the stumps, the building that overlooks the track. So I was actually able to see parts of the Singapore city myself with my own eyes. So that was quite fascinating. I want to go to Singapore. I want to go to this race one day. It's nice to know that it's not raining in practice. That's a good sign for the rest of the weekend, because the last few times I've been at Singapore, it's always raining for whatever reason. I hate it. And we have rain for the race. That's a good sign. You jump straight into qualifying, and bang. Straight into a wall. Let's go out again and not embarrass ourselves. Ooh, oh yeah, the Singapore sling. I forgot you were a thing. How could I forget? This used to be one of my favourite corners in F1, strangely enough. This screen is so bright, it's ridiculous. I think I'm going to have to put on a pair of sunglasses. The confidence I have on this game now means that I can go through corners with the DRS open. I don't...
30 seconds left in the session.
Thank you, engineer. I don't know if it's a thing because the residual grip is much higher around this track, or whether I'm just getting used to 2011 now properly. Hello, Sling. Goodbye, Sling. Into the third sector now. This sector feels absolutely magnificent on this game. You can really push the boundaries here. Second gear. All of this is really second gear corners. Back to second through the right hander. We've missed the apex by a little bit. Run out to the wall on the exit. Open the DRS. Turn in early because the steering response at high speed is not great. Open the DRS. Final corner. Pole position.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's pole position. Well done.
There we go. 9/10 over Lewis Hamilton. The banker lap that I put in was pretty competitive, but the final lap that we did just then was even better. 9/10 to Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel secures third place with Massa right behind him. And again, Mark Webber gets in 7th place, so hopefully he doesn't get off to a blinder like he did a few rounds ago where he got to like 3rd after the first lap. So if we can win the race, Webber finishes down the order a little bit, it'll be really good for our championship standings. So without further ado, let's go to the Singapore Grand Prix. It's time for the race. And would you look at that, it's raining. Heavy rain too, absolutely brilliant. Look at how shiny that guy's helmet is. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got a wet race. So that means
I recommend taking the wet tyres in the current conditions.
probably a no-stop race, but we'll be wary about the one-stopper and whether it's actually necessary in this race. So starting in first place, Rubens really helping the team out there, starting in 17th place. The key to this race will honestly be not making any mistakes. Even if we lose the lead in the first few laps, we just need to be consistent. It may not even be about winning this race anymore. It may just be about finishing in front of Mark Webber. That's it. Look at that. It's absolutely bucketing it down. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. The residual grip is going to be terrible, going from qualifying, low fuel, super soft tyres, to heavy fuel, wet tyres. I don't know how we're going to go here. We'll put it down into lean off the start here. 5 red lights, and away we go. Let's concentrate on the start here, not lose the back end. as we head into turn 1. Very gingerly. Wow, that was probably the last thing I was going to worry about was the lockups into turn 1. Still running with high pressure. Still running with high pressure on the brakes, so we may need to be a little bit conservative with the brake pedal in order to not go straight on in the corners. Slippery, so slippery, but we've got a 2-second margin. Come on, slow down, slow down. Oh, tippy toeing. Literally, I'm driving at about 50% right now, and it's still sending me wide. There we go, across the line. The gap looks pretty healthy, maybe 3 seconds. 2.6. Ooh. The McLarens are quick. Probably, the McLarens are suiting the wet conditions is what I mean. Sebastian Vettel has dropped off the podium, and good old JB has replaced him in 3rd place.
Okay, DRS is now disabled due to wet weather tyres.
Thank you for pointing the obvious once again, engineer. Those are hairy moments. Oh no! Wah. Lucky escape. What? The car felt like an aquaplane then. And again, we are not going the entire race without stopping now. I don't know if it's a traction or tyre wear related thing. It's probably just me pushing too much. But I need to be very careful. It's why I haven't been talking so much in this episode so far. I've just been focusing so much on the job at hand and just making sure that I keep this Williams on the road.
Hamilton should be due to pit within the next 2 laps.
That's good to know. I've touched it again. I've touched the same curb again, and it's cost us the lead this time. Note to self, Ben, never touch that inside curb again. It's like a mountain. Oh, we almost did a Felipe Massa of 2012, except way more reckless. What a move! Around the outside of Hamilton to take the lead back. I was literally on the limit. We locked up the brakes as well, and we're sliding around all over the place like some kind of Gymkhana event, but we've retaken the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix. Alright, so we need to start thinking about the scenario if what we're going to do with the pit stops. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to be the last one to come in. I want to cover up every single AI car and make sure that they've all come in before I come in, because I don't want to get left hung out to dry, as in, you know, I come in and then say Hamilton or a Jenson Button or a Mark Webber doesn't come in, assumes a lead, and then there's no time to catch them. So I want to, even if I make myself vulnerable to the undercut, I just want to make sure I keep this track position if I can. It's a tricky scenario when these tyre stops aren't mandatory.
Up your pace, the car behind's catching you.
Yeah, you say that as I'm going purple this sector. Don't touch it. I touched it. Hamilton just came into the pits. Whoa!
Rubens has just pitted. Rubens in the pits.
Until Rubens actually scores points, he's irrelevant to me.
Traffic ahead. Stay alert.
Oh, we're lapping cars already. Wow. Oh my goodness me! That's Glock! What's he doing on wet tyres though? And where's Hamilton?
Don't forget, it's in this lap.
Don't forget, don't talk to me this lap. Ooh. Webber is in 2nd place, lads. After all, watch as Webber doesn't do a stop in this race as we annihilate a HRT in the rear end. 22 seconds back. Oh, you know what? You know what? Let's play it safe. We'll come into the pits, put on a brand new set of wet tyres, and just eliminate any doubts in this race. Come in, calm down, get some fresh tyres on the car. We could really use the additional grip. We could potentially stay out the extra, what, 4 laps? But potentially risk losing the race by spinning out. So, we'll just eliminate the risk. Play it safe from here. As I say that, there goes Mark Webber. Mark Webber, you will not be a Grand Prix winner today. If you will be, I will certainly not be happy. Here's Mark Webber. He certainly looks very slow. He's definitely not made a pit stop yet. That's why there's such a disparity in speed between the two of us. He must be absolutely struggling right now for traction. So we'll just bide our time. As I say that, Webber, you're braking so early for these corners. He may pull into the pits right now. No, he doesn't. Ooh. I can't believe he stayed out this long. I can't believe he is the only one of all people to stay out. That means he's going to not lose as many points to us in this race. But around the outside, into the left-hander, we have the inside for the next one, and we've taken the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix. It was only going to be a matter of time. Webber is 2-3 seconds a lap slower than me at the moment, so he's going to drop off a lot in the next 2 laps. Now, we just need to negotiate the massive train of back markers. That's one done. Ooh! 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 That's 2 down. About 4 more to go. Oh my goodness me! It's clock again! 3, 4, come on, 1 more. HRT is going dangerously slow on a straight on the racing line. But we've negotiated the cucumber. And now we're coming into... Thank you. Now we just got 1 more, it's the Caterham. Truly, at the head of the train. Which way are we going to go? Up to the inside. And that is all the back markers dealt with. Although, I run wide and Truly has half a chance. We've got him. Just over a lap to go now, let's bring it home. Oh no, counter steering and relying on total grip while being on top of that curve. I don't know how we made it through that, to be honest. Here we go, guys. Last corner. We're actually going to survive the mountain curbs here in Singapore to take another victory in this F1 2011 Career Mode Championship.
Great drive. You dominated the whole weekend. Pole and the race win. Fantastic.
Thank you, engineer, for that one. It's been a really good race here today for the Singapore Grand Prix. Somehow we've managed to survive the torrential rain of Singapore, the mountain curbs in the middle sector. We had a lot of scary moments throughout that race, and you guys would have seen the amount of times we lost the back end, the couple of half spins we had. It almost cost us big time. We managed to save it a couple of times. We lost the lead to Hamilton briefly, but we managed to get it back fairly quickly thereafter. Mark Webber, I believe, was the only person not to do a stop in that race. He was buried down the order in like 8th place, and you could only imagine if someone like Lewis Hamilton or a Jenson Button did that, who was right behind me at the time. If he would have done that, then I don't know if we would have won that race. But either way, we've won the race. We've gained 7 points over Mark Webber in the driver's standing. Scrolling down, we'll see if any... Sebastian Vettel in DNFing. So that's quite crucial for him in his championship challenge. In the driver's standings, it looks like we're about 30 points behind now. So we're catching Webber. Slowly but surely we're getting there. We're dispersing of Jenson Button as well behind us. Fernando Alonso has sort of fallen off the radar in this championship. He's dropped down to 4th now. So interesting set of circumstances now, as there's only a handful of races left in this championship season. Guys, make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this episode. There's only a few more races left to go, as I said in the comments. Crofty looks evil. Possessed even. See those Pirelli tyres there on the right? They were yellow wool tyres, but they look like they had grooves, like they were wet tyres. Nice one, Codemasters.